Hi Virgo, how y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. Star Lord is here to do your forecast for the 20th to the 26th of August. I went ahead and shuffled the cards and laid them all out for you. So let's get to your reading, okay, Virgo? Here we go. First card up is Major Arcana, the Devil in the upright position. Next card you have is the Eight of Wands in the reverse position, followed then by the Six of Cups in the upright position. And next we have Major Arcana, the Lovers in the upright position. And lastly, we have the King of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and interpret this read for you guys. First off, you have the Devil as your overall energy. Now, when the Devil comes up, this card mainly speaks of, it can speak of a lot of things. It's just heavy energy that comes around. Basically, when we're dealing with any kind of obsessions, anything from OCD to obsessively working out to obsessively working, to anything like that. And it's very strong energy, so sometimes it can be very difficult. So for some of you, it could be that you are dealing with addictions as well, because that also covers, the Devil card also covers addictions. So for some of you, maybe you are struggling with these energies. Perhaps, say, if you went on a diet, you might feel really compelled to break said diet, or if you quit smoking, you might be wanting to start smoking again, things like that. Or if you're trying to give up gambling or drinking or any of these other vices that you vowed to get rid of, it could be that these energies are around really strong, kind of pushing you, sort of like the devil on the shoulder. For others of you, it's just basically representing obsessive. It could be obsessive thoughts. It could be anything, like I said, any of you struggling with bad OCD, things like that. It could be, you could find that this week those energies are around pretty intense for you. Now, we come into the week with the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. Now, this is a card of communication and excessive communication. It can often speak of a lot of emails, text messages, things like that, online messaging. When it's in the upright position, it's, in a love reading, it would be the arrows of love find their mark, that kind of thing. When it's in the reverse, however, this is where communications can go awry. Text messages can get lost, misunderstood, confusion, and it's not really all that surprising considering Mercury's retrograde position often can affect communication and make things go awry. There could be messages that you're sending out and people are not getting it, or people are sending you messages and you're not getting it, causing a lot of kerfuffle and confusion. It can be very annoying energy when this happens. So if this does happen at the beginning of the week, Virgo, just try and make sure that you clearly communicate when you are sending out your messages, and maybe double check to make sure that the people who need to be getting these messages are actually getting them. And on your end, maybe double check to make sure that you're getting the messages that are supposed to be coming in, and don't assume that that somebody is ignoring you or not returning your message, because it could just be misunderstandings. Now, the next card you have is the Six of Cups in the upright position. I think this is lovely energy. The Six of Cups, it's cup card, so it does deal with our emotions. And when it's in the upright position, it's really nice energy. This card can sometimes be representing simply us when we reminisce about the past to, say, our friends, or we run into someone that we haven't seen in a long time. It can often represent childhood sweethearts reuniting. It can represent a lot of things. It's just a lot of positive emotional energy that we get from either remembering the past or being with people from the past. It could even represent, say, a reunion where we get together with people we haven't seen in a while and have a really enjoyable time. So that's really beautiful energy for you guys at the beginning of the week. Now, we move on towards the weekend. You have Major Arcana, the Lovers, in the upright position. This card in a love reading would definitely represent a need to make a choice, a decision perhaps between two people. With the Six of Cups also being in the read, it could definitely be for some of you, someone from the past has returned into your realm and you're feeling really good on an emotional level, and you feel that you need to maybe make a choice. Sometimes this can be a choice about staying single or entering into a relationship. It's not always just about choosing between two people. It could be, like I said, just simply that, you know, choosing. We always have a choice, even though we're feeling emotionally fulfilled by someone. Maybe we're just not ready or just don't want to give up our independence, and we would prefer to stay single. So it looks like for some of you Virgos, there is a choice to be made, and it's Major Arcana, so it's some pretty strong energy around for you. And if it's not representing a relationship, it could just be representing a choice to be made on a major level that obviously has something to do with the emotions. So for some of you, it could just be a choice, say, concerning to return to, say, an old friend that you haven't seen in a while, and sort of rekindle that friendship and bring that back to life, that kind of thing. Or it could even be concerning a choice on a work level or whatever you guys are doing, because this is just a general read. It's not a personal read, so it's going to be different for all of you. And towards the weekend, you have the energies of the King of Swords in the reverse position. Now, the King of Swords, this is a court card, so it can be representing a person. Maybe some of you are dealing with a person with the King of Swords energy, and this can be an air sign, which is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And when he's in the upright position, this is someone who speaks clearly. There's not a lot of wiggle room for misunderstandings and so forth. He's at the top of his game in terms of communication and thought. However, when it's in the reverse position, the King of Swords is not an easy energy to deal with. So for some of you, this could be your boss, say, that you're dealing with, or it could even be a significant other, just exhibiting the King of Swords energy. And he's definitely not the greatest communicator, and his words can be very cutting, and he can be sometimes really unfair. That's why I'm thinking in terms of a boss, because sometimes, you know, when we approach a boss and about something, leave of absence or something like that, and you know, he can be, say, very in a cranky mood and be very difficult with us, and we will be perceiving it as he's not being very fair. So for some of you, that could be the case, and for others of you, like I said, it could be a spouse or even a family member that you're dealing with who's being either non-communicative at all, or it could be representing someone who's just being very difficult to communicate to or with. So with that, you have two cards here in this read that can speak of some difficult communication happening here, Virgo. So I would just take heed of that. Make sure that you try and get clarification for anything you're dealing with on the verbal level, or even in email or computer, anything, text messages or anything electronic. Definitely make sure that you get clarity on that. Okay, I hope this reading helped you, Virgo, and if it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful week. Bye for now.